Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Biney, the examiner for the course Adlt 101, Introduction to Adult Education. This is time for revision as far as Adlt 101, which is about Introduction to Adult Education, is concerned. I hope you've taken the trouble to go through the model thoroughly, and you satisfy yourself with the questions posed at the end of each section. All that I want to tell you this morning is that adult education can be learned as any other course, except the fact that I didn't read the course in secondary school. But it's an interesting course that is done in the universities. It has to do with, as an adult education, you are first and foremost a facilitator of learning. Yours is to guide, help an adult to learn, to transit from one stage to the other. Because adults are already people of responsibility. They have family to take care of, they are workers, and at the same time learning. What they have most is experience that serves as a guide to their learning. And this time around, following change, rapid pace in change or succession in change, people must necessarily continue to learn in order to be abreast with the change taking place. So I believe as time goes on, you develop interest for the program you are reading. The most important aspects of the course today in Ghana as well as globally is that people are seeing the essence to be abreast with changes taking place at their workplaces. And it can only catch up, or you can only be abreast, you can only increase productivity or remain relevant to your workplace, your community, and wherever you find yourself, only when you continue to learn. So adult learning institutions are attracting many learners globally. Secondly, traditionally, adult learning was done in our communities. Ensuement and enskillment of chiefs, puberty rites, apprenticeship were all types of adult education carried out in our communities. And it's a course not only run or read in Africa, but globally. You go to China, China is near 100% literate because of premium placed on adult education. You go to Europe, adult education is taken seriously. You go to US, that is where it is even found more relevant. Many of the training programs carried out in institutions are undertaken by adult educators. The next important aspect you need to consider is that people will only participate in learning programs if only they are motivated. How do you then motivate people to become more, to partake in your educational programs? You can only motivate people when you encourage them to develop interest and desire for the course being run. And if the course being run is run professionally, people remain and go through the program successfully. Other than that, they will vote with their 2 feet. They will abandon the program before it comes to a close. It is also significant to note that there are a number of barriers to participation in adult education programs. One, situational factors, where one is living, the wealth of the family, the distance one finds him or herself. They are all situational factors that frustrates or serve as a barrier obstacle to participation in adult education program. We also have institutional factors. In a situation where institution comes up with a number of issues that frustrate participants in partaking in continuing education programs. One requirement for certificates, birth certificates, interview, come and write short exams. They are all frustrating factors that serve as barriers to people participating in adult education program. We can also talk about dispositional factors. People think that they are too old to learn. And some previously in their basic education, they weren't doing very well. So they think that coming to enroll in continuing education, they don't want to be put to shame one more time. These are some of the factors that serve as obstacles or barriers to participation in adult education. We also have typologies of adult education. We have core adult education function, and if you take the case of Ghana, we have institutions like SCD playing a core function of adult education. We have institutions like GIMPA playing a core function of adult education. We have institutions like NDPI, Management Productivity Development Institute. They play the core functions of adult education. We also have allied functions of adult education being played by a number of institutions. We have libraries, we have zoos, museums. All these institutions also play adult education functions, but they play it in the form of allied function. And we have institutions that also play adult education as secondary functions. You must look out for all these institutions. We also have forms of adult education and the purposes of adult education. What exactly are purposes of adult education? People enroll in adult education program for three main reasons. Some with the intention to achieve a goal. Probably they want to improve their law, secure certificates, and get promotion at their workplaces. That is their goal for enrolling in adult education programs. Some, they get enrolled for the activity itself. Many of our housewives are already bored at home. There are a lot of things they carry out at home which doesn't help them much. They feel bored, and they get on board in adult education programs to release tension and also get something doing. That is activity-oriented learners. We also have learning-oriented learners. They get enrolled in adult education program for learning's sake. These are some of the functions of adult education you need to take into consideration. In my conclusion, that if you actively get yourself involved in the activities that are assigned to you after every section, you will be on top. Adult education can only become a difficult subject for you if you fail to read the detailed course outline uploaded and that of the slides developed for you. You can only make yourself good if you take up the trouble to go through the slides one after the other, answer all the questions posed to you, go to chat room, contribute to discussion and forum as you meet friends with diverse ideas on assignment and topics given to you. I wish you all very well.